Good morning, Jags. Today on Jag TV, we will see how our campus community is coming together to help a teacher in need.
We will look into how campus is working on making traffic safer for students and parents.
And finally, we'll give you all the details you need to know if you plan on going to homecoming.
And this is Jag TV.
The start of the school year brought news to our PALS program that has prompted the campus to respond the best way they can, from the heart.
The October 1st game will be the annual Pink Out game for the Jags, and this year when the Jags take the field, they'll be doing it for someone special.
The Friday before school started back for teachers, I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer, and since then it has been upgraded to stage 3 because it has spread to my lymph nodes.
The pals are making shirts for Miss Plumas with all the profits going to support her and her family.
We're making all like the banners and stuff for the football game it's supporting her, and we're just helping her. We're like planning meals for her and all these other things.
The widespread support is helping Miss Plumas and her family as she undergoes treatment.
So every 3 weeks between here and December, I will have a round of chemotherapy, and that is a 4-hour treatment. Recovery from that is usually about a week.
In the meantime, Plumas is managing to still keep up with her students in the PALS program, all while managing her health concerns.
My absence has delayed our training a little bit, but hopefully it won't delay us getting out into the community to work with our pallies at the elementary schools.
The pals are still supporting Miss Plumas despite the difficulties of the recent diagnosis.
We know she's going to get through it, we're very confident that she'll get through it, we're with her, no matter what. So as a group, we stick together, and we know she'll get through it.
If you haven't ordered your shirt already, they're available for purchase at the game. For Jag TV, this has been Dominique Lavigny.
From all of us at Jag TV, we wish Miss Plumas the best.
And don't forget, this Friday is the Pink Out game as the Jags take on MacArthur at Comalander Stadium.
Everyone knows that getting off campus at the end of the day isn't the easiest, and with 3,000 students now, safety is always a top concern.
On a campus this large, traffic is inevitable.
We have 3,000 students, so I would hope that anybody who's driving on our campus would understand that there's going to be traffic. It's part of the school day experience.
Some parents even arrive as early as 3:25 in order to get a good spot to pick up their students at 4:05 and leave in a timely manner.
In the afternoons, I feel like things run a bit smoother, but I also feel like maybe that's because I'm always kind of here at the first.
Although everyone wants to leave as soon as the bell rings, there are some alternate methods to avoid the traffic.
All the students don't need to leave at 4:05. There's after-school clubs, tutoring. If we had students that left, a little bit later, that may help. Also, students taking the bus home would probably allow them to get off campus a little bit quicker.
But there are some options that the administration says just aren't safe no matter what.
We have numerous parents who like to drop their kids off, and it is a huge concern. Those that do it and practice it know what the routine is, know we have 2 lines, and that everybody watches out for each other. Cars that are dropping their kids off on TPC or at the neighborhood, the Cliffs, or at the mansions across Bulverde are really risking the safety of their child.
Students would prefer to leave right away rather than wait for the traffic to pass.
The traffic makes me feel very frustrated because it's traffic and I don't want to be stuck at school for much longer.
It just takes longer to get home and drop my friends off.
For Jag TV, this has been Paulette Carry On.
There's a Johnson tradition that many of you may not know about. Sam, take us to the locker room to learn more.
The night before a game, an unseen tradition happens here in the football locker room.
They clean out their lockers, they make them look nice, they leave a little inspirational note, maybe a quote, a Bible verse, or just whatever's on their heart to leave. They put out their game uniform, so it's ready to go the next day. They clean up their helmet, make it look shiny, and then they say a prayer for safety and for victory.
Polish and Pray offers an opportunity for parents to come into the locker room and support their favorite athlete.
It's a varsity tradition, which I think is awesome. I believe it began with just a couple of moms in the locker room cleaning up and polishing the helmets and praying over them, and now it has evolved where all the parents gather.
The parents have just as great as a bond as the players have with each other.
What makes it special is the bonding that we have with the parents. I think, even when parents don't show up, we take up for them and we make sure that everything is ready for their child who is going to be playing the very next day. So if they're not here, we still get their stuff ready, we still grab their helmets, and we still pray for them for their safety on game day.
Over the years, the tradition has evolved from the moms to the whole family.
I could help my mom out because I have twin brothers, and so it's kind of hard for her to do both the lockers, and even if it's like little things, I feel like it could help them.
Johnson football families hope to continue this tradition for years to come. From Jag TV, this has been Sam Kamen.
Theater will open their year with their fall production. Here's Brooke and Brianna with more from the Fine Arts Hall.
Theater will once again present a Shakespearean classic for their fall production, Twelfth Night. And like the fall productions in the past, the theater crew has put their own twist on the Shakespearean classic.
Basically, we read the play, and the play has all this decadence that's in it. There's all this giving of money and gifts and jewelry. There's a lot of richness that goes with it. And so as we were looking at, how do we get into this play, we decided the 1920s was actually the best place. It's the roaring 20s, decadence was all around. And so we thought that was a really good fit. And we set it at the Hotel del Coronado, which is in San Diego. It's where they filmed Some Like It Hot. It's this really beautiful, gorgeous hotel, and it kind of exemplifies decadence. And the 1920s was all about that. So thought it was a good fit for the show.
The cast and crew have already put in lots of hours to prepare for opening night.
The timing has to be perfect. It has to be people leave, and then as soon as they're gone, people enter. So I think it's just getting the timing down and everything, and making sure you're not late on your cues and your entrances and exits and stuff. So, normally I don't think about anything. It's my stomach feels really weird, and then I'm running through my lines constantly in my head to make sure that I'm actually memorized and I actually know what I'm doing. And then I do get super anxious just because I'm oh God, if I mess up, everyone's gonna see. But once the show starts, it's it doesn't feel like anything. It feels like you're actually the character, going through the motions, living through the character. So it's not as nerve-wracking as it is beforehand.
You can order your tickets online now at www.johnsontheater.com. Opening night is October 6th. For Jag TV, this is Brianna Muller.
A sophomore band student continues to face a difficult challenge getting help on and off campus. Hannah and Chelsea introduced us to this unique individual.
At first years at football games, I couldn't see the scoreboard anymore. I figured, well, alright, just get me classes and I'll be fine, that's no big deal. I guess it's probably after the second or third round of doctors I realized, yeah, I guess this isn't my classes. Guess this is something a little different.
Jack Lee, a sophomore in Johnson's band, was diagnosed with visual snow late last year.
It's a neurological condition, so there's a processing disorder somewhere in his brain that prevents his brain from correctly processing what his eyes see.
Visual snow has altered the Lee family's life.
I had bought him driving lessons online, and he won't be able to drive unless there's an answer for this, some kind of a treatment. And so that's changed a lot, and his plans for his future. He's adapting quickly and really well to this, and he's mapping out a different future for himself.
Although Jack has accepted his diagnosis, some of his peers are unsure of how to react.
They often assume that I'm totally blind and occasionally deaf if they don't know me that well, so that's made things a little awkward. And some people have been more hostile and rude towards me since this happened. On the flip side, a decent number of people have been very, very kind to me. No matter what, people are uncomfortable around me.
Although marching is difficult for Jack, he is still very involved in band.
He uses a tool called a limelighter, which basically is like a scrolling computer screen that his music will be blown up, and he uses pedals to move it forward or back. Last year he marched on clarinet, so as a bassoon player he'll still play music just like the marching band would, and he'll be mic'd up through the pit. So we're fortunate that there's that way for him to be involved.
Being involved in the band has helped Jack start his own fundraiser.
And he's been very proactive as he's learned about the condition. So the fundraiser that Jack is running and that we're supporting is to raise money for research for visual snow.
All funds go towards paying for research and new staff for research for Dr. Goadsby in London and Dr. Shunkin in Munich.
The t-shirts are $20 and you can purchase them in the band hall. For Jag TV, this is Hannah Thompson.
Some of your teachers may know more about the campus than you might think. We welcome 4 alum to the faculty this year.
Some of your teachers were once in your shoes, maybe even the desk you're sitting in right now. We talked to some of the staff that graduated from the school and are returned to show you what they've learned.
It's way bigger as far as students. There's so many kids here. I think my graduating class was a little over 500, and they're so much bigger now.
And just like you, these alumni are also involved in sports or campus groups.
So I was on the soccer team, so I did that, and then my junior year I was junior class secretary, my senior year I was senior class vice president, and my senior year the soccer team also went to state.
But when it came time to get to work, the campus still had a lot to offer to these CTJ graduates.
I did a lot of band. I always wanted to work at a big school like Johnson with a big band program that was highly competitive. There's more signs up, you have more direction in terms of where things are in the building. There's portables now. We didn't used to have portables when I was here. And the school's mostly finished. My first year it was still being finished and built.
For Jag TV, this is Christian Ferris.
There's some changes to homecoming this year, but the event is still a campus favorite. Maya and Jaden have all the details.
This year's Hawaiian-themed homecoming on October 15th comes with fun twists that should make for an exciting night.
This year's homecoming we're doing, normally in the past years they've had just Dress to Impress, but this year they're actually going to have Dress the Theme. So since our theme is Rakahua Luau, you can come dressed in your Hawaiian gear or you can come dressed in your formal wear, your dress, or whatever you want to wear.
Along with the different dress code comes a new way to get tickets.
This will be also the first year that we offer tickets for 2 weeks. So the first week, that is the week you're going to want to get tickets. I believe the week is October 3rd, and all tickets will be $25. If you wait until the week of homecoming, the price goes up to $30. Also keep in mind, homecoming is a 4-day week this week because we don't have school on that Monday. And so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the tickets will be $30. For those people who forget and then at the last minute decide to go, $35 at the door. This is the first time we've ever offered that. And so for those last minute people who are like, oh wait, everyone's going, I want to go too, we'll take care of them.
As the homecoming date gets closer, Student Council has been busy preparing for the dance.
We brainstorm decorations that we want to make and provide for homecoming based off of the theme. So we all kind of like look up stuff, and then we pick out the best ideas and we make them. And we have to buy the materials for them, but we usually hand make everything.
Tickets will be on sale beginning October 3rd during all lunches in the Jag Shack. For Jag TV, this is Maya Cruz.
Homecoming will be here sooner than you think. The dance is scheduled for Saturday, October 15th.
The Jag sport teams are in the middle of their fall seasons. Manny, Brandon, and Jorge are checking in on how they are doing.
Hi, I'm Brandon DeBlanc. And I'm Emmanuel Tony. And this is Jag Sports. District play is in full swing for varsity football. We caught up with team captain Tanner Reed about last week's game against Roosevelt.
Yeah, we won our first district game. It's big.
After their loss against O'Connor, this win was much needed.
We gained a lot of momentum going on through the season. Everybody's feeling good, and I think we'll take another dub next week.
The football team played intense, performing well on offense and defense. With the last-second touchdown by Brandon McDuffie, the Jags won their first district game, 16-13, against the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Make sure to come to next week's Battle of the Blues versus MacArthur.
Volleyball's gotten off to a great start this year in district play. Here's some highlights from last week's game.
It has been a great past week to be a Jaguar.
For Jag Sports, I'm Brandon DeBlanc.
And I'm Emmanuel Tony. We out!
There's a small battle brewing on the corner of TPC and 281. Josh and Jay check in with students who is ready to pick a favorite.
Whataburger. In-N-Out. Whataburger.
In-N-Out. A feud between the Wild West Whataburger and the SoCal In-N-Out is brewing with the news that In-N-Out is about to be built on the corner of 281 and TPC.
Well, I've never had In-N-Out, but I have had Whataburger. In-N-Out's from California, correct?
Yes.
Whataburger's from Texas, correct?
Yes.
Well, that pretty much answers your question. It's like Spurs or Lakers. It's clearly the Spurs. It's like Longhorns versus USC. It's clearly the Longhorns. So I'm not even sure why you're asking this question. It's pretty clear it's going to be Whataburger.
And for a lot of customers, Whataburger is just plain better.
I just think Whataburger is so good. So succulent.
Of course, it's hard to even think about beating a local favorite, considering that Whataburger is even a fan favorite after football games.
It's just fun to go there and see everyone there and get some food and have a good time.
Back in the spring of 2015, there was an email sent out. Whataburger was looking for some interesting stories that had to do with Whataburger, traditions, or just great memories that someone had, because they were contemplating doing a commercial. Or multiple people talking about it, and I submitted our tradition of varsity football game day coach's lunch order that we've been doing since 2002. I submitted the entry, we got a couple of callbacks, we had to do a little interview, they liked it, and they had a breakdown of about 10 stories that we had to do an interview with. Me and 3 other coaches, Coach Cueva, Coach Randall, Coach Parker. At the time, we went to Whataburger and we did a sit-down interview talking about the tradition and eating free Whataburger. And we were chosen for them to film a commercial.
In-N-Out was founded 2 years before Whataburger in Garrison Park, a small city outside of Los Angeles, California, by Harry Snyder.
I like In-N-Out better because the food looks and tastes less fake to me.
I like In-N-Out better because it tastes better, and I lived in California for a while, and that pretty much explains it all.
If you haven't tried In-N-Out, then you have a chance once it opens. For Jag TV, this is Josh Keating.
Sometimes other sports aren't as easy as they seem. Zara and Megan went to find out what a day in the life of a cross-country runner is like.
Hey Jag TV, I'm Zara. And I'm Megan. And today, we're trying cross country.
First thing you need to prepare for is waking up early every morning.
It is a UIL sport that competes in a 3-mile race. And it's comprised of a team of 7. Your top 5 will count for score, and your 6 is there for a tie for the meets.
It's 6 a.m. in the morning. I want to cry, but go big or go home. Am I right, lady? I don't think this audio is gonna be good.
The workout today is 31 minutes of intervals, which is like 1 minute hard, 1 minute easy, 4 minutes hard, 4 minutes easy, 3-3, 2-2, 4-4, 2-1, like in that kind of combination. So it's going to equal out to 31 minutes. Advice to newcomers is come try, because I mean it is a new experience. If you love to run and you enjoy running, then cross country is the group for you. They're a great group of kids which work hard. They all get along real well.
I'm dying. I can't find the group. I lost them, so just running by myself. To me, it depends on like a person's attitude going into it. Like it can be hard, but you can get like a good workout in. But you get out of it what you put into it. So if you run hard, then it's gonna be hard, but you're gonna like improve. Some easy workouts. We did a 6-mile run yesterday. That was supposed to be our cool down.
I'm so good at cross country. I'm practically the first one done. Practically, I am the first one done. But yeah, cross country, not that hard.
No one told me there was after-school cross-country practice. Came here to support my Jags. Go Jags!
It loosens us up, that's for sure, but enjoyment isn't really something I would call it.
Finding a love for running isn't hard once you become part of the cross-country family.
Homecoming's today, but you didn't decide to go.
No way, bro.
Instead, you did your homework, read a book, bragged about not going to homecoming on social media,
Focus off.
played a sport poorly,
Whoa!
really bad, really bad. That sucked. That was just awful. I have no words for that one. Took your dog for a walk. Drove your car.
I can't drive.
And cried because you didn't get a date for homecoming. But instead, you could have just gone to homecoming.
That's all for Jag TV. I'm Jorge.
And I'm Garrett. See you next time, Johnson.